I'm Gail Sexton Anderson, the founder of Donor Concierge and Total Fertility, the first national database with close to 20,000 egg donors. I have a master's in counseling from Harvard Graduate School of Education, and I've spent 25 years helping future parents find the best possible egg donor to create their family. What I'd like to talk to you about today is when the woman you love needs an egg donor. Any couple considering egg donation as a possible option for growing their families has to make a leap in their understanding of family building. No one grows up saying, I can't wait to pick my egg donor. And it's common that one partner may be a little bit further ahead and they're thinking about this than the other. It can take a while to kind of make that transition. And it's not something that happens overnight quite often, because in most cases, when you find out that you can't go forward using your partner's genetic eggs, quite often there's a lot of anger and denial and not even wanting to think about this or talk about it. And so while the focus of adjusting to egg donation is often focused on the woman in the relationship, men have their own struggles when they are considering this path. No one grows up saying, I can't wait to pick my egg donor. This is true for both men and women, with the rare exception possibly of being a gay man. But for heterosexual men who fall in love with their mate and picture a child that is theirs together, it can be a difficult emotional transition, even if he will be genetically related to their child. You love your wife and you are hoping to see aspects of your wife in your future child. You may also, want to support your wife in all of this and, realize that she's going through something that's very difficult, and you are too. You're both dealing with decisions and emotions that you never thought you would. You probably don't know anyone else who's been in this position before. People don't often talk about their struggles in fertility, though you may know people who have been through this as well, but maybe just aren't sharing. You also may not know anyone else in your family and friends who has had to walk the same road. But that doesn't mean you're the first or the only one who has ever navigated this. I've spoken to many mental health professionals who counsel intended parents who are struggling with creating their families when the old-fashioned way is not working. Most of the men we work with are quite supportive of creating their families via egg donation, but some men do have reservations at first. This may feel for both men and women like a strange and, at least at first, an unwelcome proposal. One of the clinics I work with has mentioned that some husbands are hesitant to review donor profiles. At first, they may overly focus on the cost of an egg donation cycle. There can be many reasons for this, and if you interviewed 20 different men, you'd probably get 20 different reasons. But let's take a look at a few of the common issues that may arise. The first is grief. Men need time to mourn the child that they imagined that they would have with the woman that they love. It's a normal part of coming to a place of acceptance for both husband and wife. It's a necessary step toward becoming comfortable with choosing an egg donor and creating your family in a unique way. Guilt. Men may feel that choosing an egg donor is the wife's decision, since they will be genetically related to the child being created. The dad may even feel guilty that he can be biologically related to their future child while his wife can't share that connection. He may feel guilty because it may feel like he is having a baby with another woman. If a father is the type of man who likes to leave certain decisions to his wife, whether it's where they go on vacation or where they're going to have dinner or who's going to be their egg donor. He may simply feel confident in his wife's judgment and not want to be involved in the details. Often the woman has already done significant homework before she starts looking at the egg donor profiles. Orwellian, the process of reviewing profiles of young women who will provide eggs to create their family may feel Orwellian. Donor databases can look like dating sites, and that can feel odd. Although choosing an egg donor is not choosing a new mate, it may feel like a competition between the intended mother and the donor, and the husband may not want to dive into this territory. Transference. Men may experience transference and feel guilty if they find the egg donor attractive. It's a normal reaction, just as women sometimes have transference with their male doctors. We all have thoughts or temporary crushes that can arise. It's acting on those that's the problem. Both the man and his partner may be feeling sensitive and vulnerable during this emotionally charged time in their relationship. Analytic. Some men may be used to taking an analytic approach to problem solving. He may not realize how important it is to his partner that he take an active role in choosing the egg donor. Or through his analytics, he may have very strong feelings about who should be the donor and who measures up to his assessment of the pros and cons. Control. Both men and women may feel that they have some control or want to have some control in creating their family via egg donation. I often hear, if it can't be my wife, I want to find the best possible donor to give my children the best chance in life. When one falls in love, we rarely take the time to look at our partner's genetics. Nonetheless, when we have the chance to have a say in the genetics of our future child, we're looking for something that could be as perfect as possible. I think the thing that men need to think about is to be very supportive of their wife as they're going through this. Though there may be that temptation to kind of do the 2.0 or finding someone who is as perfect as possible, think more in terms of finding someone who could fit into your wife's family. You know, because I have had wives at times feel a little bit like their husband may be trying to upgrade. And certainly that's not what you're trying to do. And you're just trying to pick someone who will be the best possible choice and have the best opportunities in life. But just remember, whoever you choose, the child that you're going to have is the child that you and your wife were meant to have. And that child will be loved by both of you, and you will stop thinking about whoever it was you chose and just think about your child and the place they have in your family.